Hello singers, hi vocal teachers, hello everybody who is interested in singing and vocal technique. Today is a very interesting video. I am going to talk about breathing management and I'm going to go into the details, and I think there will be no questions left. What's really happening in your body when you're breathing as an opera singer, okay? Before I start going into this very detailed video and explaining you the breathing in and breathing out for opera singers and the producing of sound with the vocal cords, let me introduce myself. Many people do not know me. So my name is Sevana Salmasi. I am an opera singer living in Vienna, and I did a master's of vocal arts at the University for Music and Performing Arts in Vienna. After that, I specialized myself into lead and oratorio for another 3 years at the same university in Vienna. And then I started my career as an opera singer internationally and nationally. And in 2011, I was selected as doctoral student for a doctorate in musical arts at the University of Southern California in Los Angeles to study towards a doctorate in musical arts, which was a combination of solo singing, vocal pedagogy, music education, and many things more. So I was specialized in that between 2011 and 2013. And besides the doctoral studies, I was also awarded with a teaching assistantship, which gave me the big opportunity, and I'm very thankful for it, to have a voice class with 10 hours per week. I had approximately 12 students per week, with teaching half an hour class lessons and 1 hour lessons in opera singing, in musical theater singing, and pop music singing. And this gave me a broad insight into teaching, and the doctoral study, the doctorate in musical arts, gave me an insight of the scientific part of vocal pedagogy, which allows me to do this video today and give you exact scientific background about what is happening in your body when you are breathing in and when you're singing as an opera singer, for an opera singer or for other singing as well. But particular, I am specialized in teaching opera singers, and I think this video will be very beneficial for singers, for vocal teachers, and for people who are just interested in singing. Okay, you heard about Appoggio technique, you heard breathing management, you heard Stütze, you heard support. Let me tell you something. I know that many teachers and singers are discussing this theme, discussing this chapter. It doesn't matter what the terminology is. If you call it Appoggio technique or if you call it breathing management, at the end, it's the same. So whatever terminology you like, just use it. But I will tell you the scientific part, or what's really happening in the body. I will call it today breathing management, okay? So that nobody is, negatively affected with the terminology. But Appoggio technique was founded by the Lampertis, Francesco Lamperti. In the past, these two Lamperti, they were renowned vocal pedagogists from the past, and they founded the terminology of the Appoggio technique. It's actually the same, explaining the breathing management, but they call it Appoggio technique because, it came from the Italian word of appoggiare, which is leaning on, and that way they explained their theory or their explanation of breathing management. But it's the same that I'm going to explain it today, and it's the same all other vocal pedagogists in the past and of today are actually the way they're explaining breathing management. It's just a terminology thing, okay? So Let's explain the breathing management, the breathing in and the breathing out, which is the singing, for opera singing, in very, very simple words, so that everybody, also not singers, understand what's happening in the body when you are breathing and when you're singing, okay? I will start with breathing in, okay? What is happening in a body of an opera singer? Let's stick with opera singers now. When you're breathing in, and please, our brain is capable to do a lot of things, but just give him one command and that's enough. And everything else is happening automatically, okay? The one command you have to give yourself when you're breathing in as an opera singer is expand your ribs on the side outwards. Expand your side ribs outwards when you're breathing in. Let's do this. Put your fingers here and please find the lowest point of the rib cage, okay? Here, this is your rib cage, right? So these are the sides of your rib cage, okay? Try to find the lowest point on the side of your rib cage, okay? It's a quite big bone, okay? Now this one has to go out when you're breathing now, okay? Did you see? Again. So, and I'm not talking about the flesh, the smooth area. No, this is too low. Nothing will expand there because only bone structure will expand, okay? Under here is already flesh. Here are the organs down there on the side. Don't concentrate on the smooth parts of your body. Concentrate on the parts where there are bones, okay? Because the rib cage is very flexible. It's like woo, 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 yeah? And the lung, which sits in the rib cage, this is the lung, okay? The dark gray. This is also expandable, and this is like a sponge. Yeah, so both of them are expanding. You just have to breathe in and concentrate yourself. Only give your brain the command to expand the ribs sidewards. Let's try this. Put the hands, the end of the rib cage, only on the sides. Concentrate only on the sides. That's it. Be careful that your shoulders stay down. Don't breathe like this. Not this. Only the sides go out. That's it. And that's enough, guys. Finish. That's enough. Why? Why? Let me tell you why, okay? Many singers are concentrating on the back when they are breathing. And some singers are concentrating here when they are breathing. Guys, if you breathe here, if you expand your ribs on the side, 360, on the back, on the front, it will expand in all directions, and that's enough. Don't focus only on the back. There's so many singers I see, they're such a bit. If you expand the side of your ribs, the 360 will be expanded anyway. You cannot even control that. You cannot even stop that. It will happen automatically. Don't concentrate, focus on one body part. The whole body, the whole 360 will be expanded. So don't worry about the other parts, okay? When you expand the side of the ribs and 360 expands, there will happen other things as well. The thing which happens automatically when you just do this one command is that your diaphragm goes down. Let me show you. This is the diaphragm, the form of the diaphragm when you're just like this. When you breathe in, when you put the air into the side of your ribs and expand your ribs, this will happen. Look. Did you see? One more time. When your side of the ribs expands, the diaphragm, the diaphragm will go down and will be flat. automatically. You cannot manipulate the movement of the diaphragm. That is impossible. You can only lower it with breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. This is the diaphragm. The diaphragm sits right under your rib cage, right under the here you will see a diaphragm which is already flattened. Okay? Here you will see a diaphragm which is not flattened, where there is no air in your body anymore. And here is your body when you have air in your body, which you just breathed in. See? 360 is expanded. Not only the back, not only the front, not only the side. Everything is expanded. And that's why your diaphragm goes down. So, and why does the diaphragm goes down? Because it makes even more space for your rib cage and your lung to have air. And the more air tank you have, the more free will be your sound. The more possibility you have to feed your vocal cords with that air. This is what's happening. So when you breathe in, when you expand the side of your ribs, let's do it one more time. Your diaphragm goes down, and what happens else? The air enters your body and goes into the lung and opens up the rib cage. Everything is open now. And this is the perfect posture for a singer to start the first note. And here we will come to the step 2. But before we finish step 1, okay? Just tell your brain when you're breathing, breathe in and expand the side, the end of the rib cage, grab the end of and the side, they have to expand. This will be enough command. This is doable, okay? This is not too multitasking, and this will bring everything into the right position. The diaphragm goes down, the air enters, and you're ready to go. And 360, the body is perfect, open, and filled with air. Good. I think that's enough. And be careful to not raise the shoulders, but the sternum will raise a little bit, but that's normal. If you're putting air into it, your rib cage raises a little bit. See? And this is not a crime, this is nature. This happens automatically, so don't try to fight that. Yeah? It will raise, and when you breathe out, it will go back to his low position. Okay? The muscles are responsible for raising the rib cage. I think the intercostal muscles, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, the English word. Okay, the inhalation muscles. Okay? Okay, now step 2. Step 2, this is the complicated part. The breathing in part was not complicated, right? I don't know why people are making such a big deal of breathing in. Everybody can breathe in. Now the complicated part comes, step 2. Step 2 means there will be muscle work in the body, but now we are going to engage the vocal cords with the process, okay? Here are the vocal cords coming. When you breathe out, you just breathe in, right? What will happen next? The abdominal muscles, which are located here, down here, not here. This is the diaphragm. This is the rib cage, inhalation muscles. Now the exhalation muscles, the breathing out muscles, will start kicking. How can you feel these muscles? Which is the right way to feel these muscles? And thank God there is one trick and there is one training for that you can immediately feel where your abdominal muscles are, the muscles you need for singing, the supporting muscles. Here it is, the lip trill. This. See? Thank God I'm not thin, so that way you can see it really good from the side, that how the contraction of the abdominal muscle works once you do the lip trill. The lip trill is your best friend, guys. The lip trill is your best friend because it engages the abdominal muscles. Hallelujah! That is the muscles you need for singing. These are the muscles you have to feel while you're singing. And these muscles are not only, the lip trill is not only engaging the abdominal muscles, it also holds the inhalation muscles, the lower diaphragma and the expanded, it holds it back into that nice first position to not lose all this precious air so fast. So it's a perfect tool. It's a perfect way to teach the body how support works. If you don't feel what's happening in your body, then you have to do lip trill every day so long that you understand and you feel what's happening in your body, because you need to use the same muscles while you're singing. So you need to understand what's happening in your body. Okay? Do the lip trill right after the breathing in. Don't lose a second. Let's do it. See what's actually working in your body? So when you're finished, your body's like, ooh, yeah? That is a lot of work. Please do lip trill and you will understand what's happening in your body. Now let me give you the scientific background, what just happened in your body when you're doing a lip trill, guys. And let me tell you something. There is big discussion about, is the support going inside? Is it going down? It's pushing out, like after the breathing, when the abdominals kick in. What feeling is it? Is it in? Is it out? Is it down? Is it up? Forget all these terminologies and just think about contraction. Contraction, muscle contraction. Something is contracting in your body. Accept it as a contraction and don't name it. Because if you think in, it will distract you. If you think out, it will distract you. Just think of contraction. And the rest is happening automatically for you. Okay? Don't disturb yourself with terminologies. In, out, inside, then up, weg. You don't need that. Okay? And now, what is really happening in your body scientifically when you're doing this? You need to have a picture in front of you, okay? So when you engage with the lip trill, when you engage the abdominal muscles, these opened ribs are still there. A little bit less because once you do the lip trill, your rib cage will collapse and your diaphragm will go up again. But it will take some time until that happens, this collapsing of your body. It will take time. Why? Because the lip trill is engaging this muscle, and these muscles are super muscles because they're helping the open rib cage to stay longer open, and they're helping the flat diaphragm to stay down longer. Yeah? So it's a very good muscle group. It's a very helping muscle group. But something is happening in your body, okay? So when this kicks in, you will feel kind of a contraction here, like a sandwich effect, I call it. A sandwich effect is happening. Two forces are encountering in the middle of your body and are pushing against each other. That's the feeling you're gonna have when you do a lip trill. Let's do it again. Inhalation muscles, and now this kicks in. You will feel contractions everywhere, in the upper body, in the lower body. You know what that is? I give you the explanation. the inhalation muscles, the expanded ribs and the lower diaphragm, are still there and they don't want to collapse. On the other side, the abdominal muscles kick in and they want to push the air of the body. So a fight between the inhalation muscles and the exhalation muscles happens in that particular moment. This pushing against, these are two muscle groups who are pushing against each other. And that is the best that can happen to us singers, because this will help the precious air to stay longer in your body, and this will create a great air pressure in our body to have less air passing by the vocal cords. The vocal cords are like this, and the air wants to push out. Once you're singing, the air passes out, through your vocal cords. Of course, we are losing air when we're singing, yeah. But the air pressure in your body, because of that sandwich effect, will slow down the exhalation, will slow down this air passing through your vocal cords. And this is so great, because then we can create beautiful sound. So we have to delay the exhalation, the breathing out of your air coming of your body. And that way, we will have enough air pressure in our body to produce the sound we need to keep the vocal cords long together, okay? I know this is very complicated. I'm trying to put it into the most simple words I can, and I think I'm almost there. I'm trying to simplify it really very much. So, once you do the lip trill will bring this inhalation and exhalation muscles into this pushing against each other, into this sandwich effect. This sandwich effect you have to feel while you're singing. If you don't feel it, you don't have that right air pressure in the body that brings your vocal cords together, and that little air will pass through them and not too much air. If you don't do that, if you don't do the lip trill feeling, and if you don't have that sandwich effect in your body, your ribs collapse too fast with the first note, too much air, your vocal cords will be apart and not like this, they will be like this, and too much air will pass by your vocal cords. It will still create a sound, but you will have intonation problems, you will have no control of your voice, you will have not homogenic vibration in your voice, you will be breathy, and all the bad things we don't want, but you can still phonate. But the more the vocal cords gently close, the better the sound. And in order to close the vocal cords gently, we need support from the body, and we need that sandwich effect, which the lip trill creates in your body. So you need to train the lip trill. Before you use your voice as a young singer, okay, as a professional, you know already, yeah. But as a young singer, you need to do the lip trill just as a first example, as the first training. And then your body will understand how to work while singing, will understand this fight between the inhalation muscles and the exhalation muscles, which come to and fight, against these two muscle groups, push against each other and create a great air pressure in the body in order to keep the vocal cords together, to create good sound, and to have a slight opening where air can pass through. And if the opening is slight enough, it's a good gentle closing, a little opening and not too much open, then you create beautiful singing sound in operatic repertoire, okay? This was a very detailed explanation, and now let me tell you again the connection between the vocal cords and the support, because it's very crucial, because once we sing in, we have to understand the phonation, not only the body work, also the function of the vocal cords. This is all together. This is step 2. Let's do it vice versa. Let's close the vocal cords entirely, totally, to understand what the air pressure in the body is and how it feels like. So if we want to close the vocal cords, it's like a ventile. If you close something, then air pressure will be still there, like a balloon. If you close a balloon, there will be a certain air pressure in the balloon, right? So we close our vocal cords to see what's happening in the body. Let's do it. Let's do. This is very tough. This is not the muscle tension we use for singing, but we want to feel our vocal cords right now, okay? Let's close it totally. Is it pressure here? Don't be afraid of pressures. Okay, this is your vocal cords. Hello, let's get introduced to our vocal cords. There were the pressure, these are the closed vocal cords. We are not afraid of the throat, and we are not afraid to feel our vocal cords, okay? I'm not telling you to focus only on the throat. I'm just telling you to get introduced to your vocal cords. Hello, they are the ones who are singing, okay? Everything happens in these 2 centimeters. So let's get introduced to these 2 centimeters. These are very tough, closed vocal cords. And now observe your body when you're doing that. Let's do it. Close. Oh, there is something happening in the body when you do that, right? One more time. Yes. So this is the proof that when you close your vocal cords, an air pressure in your body will be created, and the sandwich effect is happening. The sandwich effect I just taught you. Okay? So this is the proof of your body, the logical proof that when you take the support of your body by doing the sandwich effect, by doing the lip trill, then you are bringing the vocal cords together. But of course, we have to find a gentle vocal cord closer, not this one, but the. See, then you have the sandwich effect again, like when you just closed it, but on a gentle way, on less pressured way. But it's still the same function, still the same body work when you just closed it. Let's do the tough closing one more time. This way no air goes by. But when you do, it's the same thing, just more gentle, with a slight opening so that air can pass through so that we can sing. Okay? And now let's just concentrate on the closure only. Let's do a closed vocal cords, and then let's pass through a little air, like this. Okay, I'm closing them, and then I'm releasing them to release some air again, okay? See? This way you can get introduced to your vocal cords. And this way you can have a feeling, oh, that's what's happening while singing. And then you can do another example. You can do So you are closing them, and then you're releasing them for a ah, and then closing them, releasing for a e or a o or whatever. That way you can get introduced to that function of the vocal cords. And same time, you can still feel your sandwich effect. Yeah? You can still feel the sandwich effect is still there, but much less than when they are really closed. When they are really closed, you feel the sandwich really good. If you release the air, then the sandwich effect will be slightly less in your body. But that's the thing that we have to train. This is the training part. The more you do the lip trill with your voice, or the more your body will understand and reproduce it automatically once you start singing. So, okay, please remember, body, please remember what you just did with lip trill. can, and then you can see and do the same sandwich again when you sing. But this takes time. This takes time and this takes training, guys. And do a lot of M. So once you do the lip trill and you want to go into the voice, in the full voice, use M, because M will help the vocal cords still be together so that the air pressure in your body and the sandwich effect will stay. So stop and do. So do an M, let the M phonate and then do into an E. This way you will still keep the vocal cords together and still let the sandwich effect not disappear so fast. Or sing very straight. Don't let any vibration in this example to kick in. Very straight note, like a violin. This way, the vocal cords will be very gently closed and the air pressure is there, so the sandwich effect can still be felt. So there are different techniques that you can use after you did the lip trill and you want to kick in with the full voice. There are certain tricks like straight singing, like doing a lot of M or NG. NG, tip of your tongue is at the teeth here. At the back of your tongue sticks on the palate. This will also be there with the sandwich. These are very, very good vocal cords, closed vocal cords in NG. Very, very good vocal cords. So that way, the sandwich will be so good to feel with the NG. Sing a lot of NG. Sing a lot of M. If you're not comfortable with M, just do NG and lip trill. NG, lip trill. So that you educate your body to do the sandwich effect. You educate your body to support the vocal cord closure. Okay. If you need any further help, if you have questions, ask me. I will try to make it even more simple. It's actually quite clear from the scientific part. Only once you have to put it into the voice, it's hard, but it's still helpful if you know what's happening in your body. If you know exactly which muscles and where it happens, it will help you to visualize the body parts, the vocal cords, the two muscle groups. Better visualize that than any metaphors, than anything else in the air. Like, it's better to visualize the body parts, the muscles, the actual places where it happens. Thank you so much for listening and watching this video. Let me know if you have further questions, okay? And have a wonderful, wonderful singing day. Bye-bye.